I had the opportunity to fly to Los Angeles and meet with a very special family, and that's really where our story begins today. Mike Koppel, his son Levi, beautiful family. I learned about their road to Yiddishkeit.
At 35 years old, I was a trial lawyer living in West Hollywood. I have the kind of practice where I like to be in front of juries in court. So other lawyers would bring cases that they thought they wouldn't settle or they had potential real value, and they would bring them to me to do trials. And my little brother, who had become a Baal Tshuva about five years earlier, told me that he knew an attorney who was an employment lawyer named Michael Eisenberg.
And Josh Koppel was one of our favorite guests to have. He was at a local college, and he would tell me, "Oh, you got to meet my brother Mike Koppel. He's like this hardcore philosopher, philosophy major, very intense trial lawyer. You got to talk to my brother. He's like tough as nails on this stuff, and he could really use it."
And he comes walking up with this robe and a big furry hat, and I don't know what the look on my face was, but I see my little brother. He gets this panic attack. I said,
well, I followed up with him probably about a day or so later, and we had lunch.
And I tell him, I haven't lost in 3 or 4 years. And he says his trial lawyer just inherited tons of money and he's gone. Mm. So he's not working anymore. Mm-hmm. So he needs a guy who can do that.
Perfect, good shidduch.
Yeah. But within 3 or 4 minutes, he goes, "You know what? What are you doing for dinner Friday night?" And I said, that's the Shabbat thing. I said, "Nah, that's it." He said, "Come on for a meal." I said, "Nah, like I'm really," and he had this look on his face that, like I was a mark, like he was like grinning at me, and I said, "What are you? I can see the way you're looking at me. What are you?" But he was so unrepentant about it. It was kind of funny.
Really?
Yeah, he was like a fox. So I came for a Shabbat dinner. The meal at their house that Friday night changed my life. That meal changed my life.
Wow.
Incredible. Michael Eisenberg extends an invitation. Mike Koppel says yes, and the rest is history. But the story doesn't end there. You see, Michael Eisenberg was not born with a shtreimel on his head. So I asked him, what was your upbringing like?
I mean, I grew up in a conservative synagogue, and, my impression of growing up in a conservative synagogue is that Judaism is defined by the Holocaust stories and Israel bonds. I went on a summer abroad program at Tel Aviv University. And my grandfather, he should rest in peace, my grandpa Lou, he was fighting cancer for a couple of years. And when I left that summer, for that summer semester, I knew that was going to be the last time I saw him. And when I was there, I got the news that my grandpa passed away. And, my grandfather only had 2 daughters, my mom and my aunt. So I was on campus that next day when I heard that night. Next day, it's a Friday, I'm on campus, and I see a guy walking with a yarmulke.
This guy came up to me, looked approximately my age, and he came up to me and he said, "Do you speak English?" I said, "Yes, I do." He said, "Are you Orthodox?" I said, "Yes, I am." I said, "Can I help you?" He said that his grandfather had just passed away, and he wanted to know if he could say Kaddish and where he could say Kaddish. And the reason he wanted to know if he could say Kaddish was he said that his parents are still, Baruch Hashem, alive. Can he say Kaddish? I said, I don't know the answer to that question. It's Friday today. Why don't you come to my shul this evening and we can ask the rabbi that question. And you know what? Why don't you come eat dinner with my parents tonight? It was the first Shabbos that Michael had kept in his life, and it was a powerful experience for him. So I really don't think I did very much.
Do you know this man?
No.
Could you look again real closely and tell me if you know him?
I don't know.
Do you know the child sitting next to him?
No. Looks like a frum kid, but I don't know that family.
Mm-hmm.
Very thankful
You know
to him.
this man?
That's Michael.
He took me under his wing, and like I said, really made my problem his problem and tried to get to the bottom of it.
So him you know.
Sure.
Well, Mike Koppel
Yeah.
and Michael Eisenberg
Right.
are very, very close friends.
Okay. Very nice.
If not for Michael Eisenberg, Mike Koppel, who you see in that picture, would not be there. And if not for Michael Eisenberg, that little boy sitting next to Mike Koppel would not be there.
Okay.
Because Michael Eisenberg
Right.
was the Clive Lipschitz to Mike Koppel.
Wow. This passes on. That's unbelievable. That really is incredible.
Are you getting a chill?
Yeah, I am right
You
now.
too.
Wow.